Am I brave or am I stupid? So my sister, who is older than me, has told me over the years many times that she feels like I'm the brave one. And my response has always been like, there's not a whole lot of difference between brave and stupid. It's right on the edge there. Um, because it feels like, when you're doing something brave, it's really like stepping into the unknown. And is it foolish? Is it stupid? I'm thinking about this. And there's some things that make it so that it's brave and not stupid. Risk-taking is necessary as an artist, as a creative, as a craftsperson. It's just part of what's required because there's a number of things. One is our culture doesn't necessarily support the arts. It's financially a risk to do what you're doing, and it's emotionally a risk to go into a place of the unknown, to explore new territory. And really it's the new territory that allows for the depth of the work, the new work to come forward. So what is it that allows you to be in the brave category rather than the stupid category when you're taking those creative risks? There's a number of things. One is that baseline security. Like, you need to know that there is financial security. You're not going to put yourself in a poorhouse, whatever. And that can be, you can be doing this risk-taking even at a level where you're pretty financially poor. But you need to know that there's a safety net there. Is there friends, family who will catch you if you fall? Who will make sure that you're not homeless? Just know that you have a security network there, and that you have some level of financial security. So I would not suggest being a self-supporting artist if you don't already have a reliable income. I would suggest getting the reliable income and then moving slowly towards being a self-supporting artist, right? Unless you have, a whole lot of money in the bank because of some family thing. Most of us don't. So, yeah, sometimes you have to work doing other jobs in order to support yourself as an artist, and that is not failure. That is success. That is really taking your art, your craft seriously, making room for it by making sure that you're financially secure. So that's one. Emotional security. There's two parts of that. One is friends and family. Like, do you have a social network that feels supportive to you? That's important. But the other part of that emotional security is having a professional network that feels safe to you. In other words, the friends and family are not necessarily going to be the right people to support you in terms of your creative risks and your financial risks when it comes to your creative work, because they want you to be safe and they're scared for you. They have an investment in your being more safe. So they'll deter you from taking the risks. The people over here in the community of people who are also creatives are more apt to be able to support you emotionally, to do the work you want to do, to listen to what's really happening with the work, to engage with what the creative steps are. So having those two places. And I would suggest anytime you're in a place of feeling like it's a little risky, get help. Either a support group or a coach or a mentor. Don't do it alone. You're a social creature. And I can tell you my biggest risks have been becoming a single mom. Yep, that took a lot of risk, and I made sure I had the security. Leaving the academic world, coach, definitely had a coach. Starting my business as a coach myself, I also have a coach because it's scary, because there's a lot to learn, because there's many steps to try to figure out, and it helps a lot to have somebody there with you. All right, Val Gilman, Taproot Arts and Insight, and want to let you know that I'm about to start a Patreon. So I'm hoping that you'll be interested in supporting me in supporting other artists who can't necessarily afford a coach, but really could use a coach. That's what it's all about. My Patreon is about creating a scholarship fund. So look for that coming up. Certainly subscribe. I'm giving you a moment now to subscribe. The button there, or go to my website, or go to my what's it called? The link to subscribe to my mailing list. That's where you get the good stuff. Talk to you later.